So, after months of writing, rewriting, changing the chapters, deleting the pages, and bringing them back again, now I can finally say this, that Beyond the Dental Chair is ready. Right. So on 28th of August, my first book is officially launching. And honestly, when I started writing this book, and I always thought that I was going to write a book about dental practice management. But unfortunately, somewhere along the way, or fortunately, somewhere along the way, it became much, much more than that for me. Because dentistry is not really, it's just about teeth. Every morning when we enter our clinic, we bring many more things with us, like our ambitions, our financial pressures, our families, our teams, our patients, our mistakes, and sometimes our confusion about actually what we are doing with our career. And that is where this book came from. I wanted to write something that a dentist can actually relate to. Not another book which is filled with some very complicated practice management terminologies. Rather, it is not a book which will tell you that you need to become a corporate CEO of your dental clinic. Definitely not. Right? Because frankly, most dentists are already doing more than 10 different jobs before their lunch. They are dentists, they are receptionists, they are HR manager, they are accountant, they are also the marketing manager, and sometimes even the electricians, right? So I decided to tell these lessons through these simple stories. Now, this book actually follows the dentist. It follows their journeys, their ambitions, their struggles, their relationships, their decisions, and the problems they slowly begin to appear in their professional lives. And then through these experiences, we discover that what actually make a practice work. For example, patient experiences, the communication, your team management, your financial decisions, your marketing, your growth, and perhaps most importantly, how to build a practice without losing yourself in the process. That is the most important thing. Now, there are also the experiences, and there is a perspective from the people who have lived very different journeys. For example, Dr. Jagmohan Singh Sodhi, he shared his experiences, he shared his perspective on going abroad. There is Dr. Pooja, who brings in the perspective of a female dentist and the questions that many women dentists face in their professional and the personal lives. And then there are many characters of whose stories will hopefully make you laugh, make you think, and sometimes definitely you will say, oh God, this sounds exactly like my clinic, right? So I've spent more than 25 years now in dentistry, and I have made my shares of mistakes. There are some very expensive ones, there are some embarrassing ones also, and some that taught me more than any textbook ever could. So this book is not me standing here and saying that I know everything. It's more like sitting across the table from a fellow dentist and saying, look, I have been through some of this. Let me tell you what I have learned, right? And now, after all those drafts, late nights, and probably far too much of tea for me, Beyond the Dental Chair is finally here. Pre-booking has now opened on Book Bazooka as well as Amazon. With the Big Bazooka, there is something very special, and that is if you pre-book there, you will get the hard copy at the same price as the paperback. And definitely Amazon will have the paperback edition. And the official launch, it's on 28th of August, right? So if you are a young dentist just standing out, if you have been running a practice for years, if you sometimes wonder whether you are building the practice you really wanted, or if you say simply believe that dentistry is about much more than what happened inside the operatory, then I wrote this book for you. Because at the end of the day, a successful dental practice is not just about the number of patients you treat. It's about the people you impact, the life you build, and the person you become. That is Beyond the Dental Chair. So see you guys on 28th of August. Thank you.